Students, today we are going to see the topic of more on loops. Okay, so that is more on loops. In the Python, only they have introduced the else case for the for loop and while loop. Okay, for loop I already told that for loop is used to access the items in the sequences. What are the sequences? There are three types of sequences are there. One is list, tuples, okay, strings. Okay, mainly to process the sequence items we are using the for. Okay, for that is we are utilizing the range functions with the for loop also. I already explained the range function, and then so for loop also, when the for loop also they have introduced the else part, and while loop also they have introduced the else part. While loop you already seen. I hope you have seen that videos in my post. While loop they have already explained. So while loop there are three statements we need to mention. We should mention the three statement. First is control variable should be initialized with some value. What is initialization? We are assigning some value to the variable. So initially we need to assign some value to the control variable. Okay, I told already what is control variable. Control variable will control the loop, that is will control the loop, or it control the execution of repeated execution of the set of statements. So that is before loop we should do the initialization for the control variable. Then in the loop we are testing the conditions with the control variable. Then if it is true, then we are move on to the statements with the we are going to execute the statement which is available inside the while loop. If the while loop is terminated normally, okay, that is without using the break statement, then if it is terminated normally, the else part is executed. Else if it is terminated abruptly, then the else part won't be executed. Likewise, in the same thing will be followed in the for loop also. If you are utilizing, that is, if the for loop is terminated abruptly by using break statement, the else part won't be executed. Understand? So this is the more loop, for loop. They have given one examples for that. This is the example and with the output. So in this case, A is a control variable which takes the value of what is the range function syntax is. It contains stop, start, stop value and step value. Step value is not given here, so it will take it as +1. It will be every value will be we are incrementing the value by 1. Okay, so A takes the value of 1, 2, 3. Okay, then first A takes the value of 1. So which is explained here. First the A takes the value of 1. So what is this operator? It is a modulus operator. You already know modulus operator what it is. It will return the remainder of the division operation. What is the remainder here? 1 divided by 8. What is the remainder? 1. So 1 is equal to 0. Is it true, students? No. So the break statement won't be executed. Instead of that, it will print the element is. It is a string. Whatever you are enclosed within the double quotes, that is called as string. So here overwriting the end variable. Here the space is introduced. We are printing. What is the A value now? 1. Then again the A takes the 2. 2 means 2. So element is 1 is printed output. Then A takes the 2. Value is 2. 2 modulus operator 8. What is the remainder? 2. 2 equal to 0 means it is false. So it will element is 2. Then again the A value takes 3. 3 divided by 8 equal to 0. 3. What is the remainder in this? 3. 3 equal to 0. False. So it will print element is 3. So next the A value takes 4. It won't accept 4. So it will come else part and it will print the ending loop after printing all the elements of sequence. In this case, the for loop is executed normally. So it will execute the else case also. Okay. So suppose if I am in your book, they have mentioned that they are going to change this value to 2. So now we will see what is the output in this case. So in this, take this, I have explained here. So in this case, a equal to 1 means 1. What is the remainder here? 1. 1 equal to 0. It is false. So it will print the element is 1. Then a equal to 2. So 2 divided by 2. What is the remainder? 0. 0 equal to 0. Yes, the condition is true. So it will execute the break statement. Break statement means we should come out immediately out of the for loop. So now what is the output? Only the element is 1. What is the output? The element is 1 in this case. Okay, it won't execute the else case. Why? Because it has come out because loop abruptly, that is by using break statement. Understand? Then we are going to see about the nested loop. Nested loop means a loop. Okay, a loop can that is one loop is within the another loop. Here already we know for loop is a one loop. Okay, so one more for loop introduced within this for loop. Okay, that is a nested for loop. So we will see what is the output of this example. This is the example for nested for loop. We already seen that nested if statement by giving some that is by using some examples we have already seen. So here we are going to see about the nested for loop. Okay, how it executes. So we know. So can you explain with me? Please join with me. What is the I value? The I value range from 1 to 5. So I value takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the J value? J value is depends on I value. So first the I value is 1. It will come to the loop. What is the J value now? 1, 1. 1, 1 means there is no value. Okay. Then it will go, so it won't execute this statement. So it will again go for loop. What is the I value now? I equal to 2. So when I equal to 2, what is the J value here? 1 to 2. So J value is 1. Okay, 1 means it will print a star only. Understand? It will print star. Then it will execute. Again it go for loop. Okay, so for loop, and for what is that for loop? I equal to, what is that? I equal to, what is that? So it will print one time. Okay, in this case it will print one time, and it okay, next time what is the I value? I is 2. I is 2 means 1, 2. So I value is 3. 3 means 1, 3. What is the J value now? 1. J value is 1, 2. So 1, 2 means first when J equal to 1 it will print star. When J equal to 2 it will print star. So there are, when I equal to 3, there are 2 stars are available. Understand? So see here, you can see this example. When I value is equal to 1, J is having no value. When I value equal to 2, okay, then J value is, the range is 1 to 2. So range is only 1. J value is equal to 1. J value is equal to 1, it will print only 1 star. When I value equal to 3, the J prints 2 star. Because J vary from 1 to 3 means it will take the value of 1, 2. Understand? So it will print 2 star. So this is the output when I value equal to 3. Then when I value equal changes to 4, the J value vary from 1, 2, 3. So when J value is equal to 1 star will be printed. J value equal to 2, again 1 more star is added. When J value equal to 3, again 1 more star is added. What is the output? So when I value is equal to 2, 1 star is printed by J value. When I value equal to 3, by J value we have printed 2 star. When I value equal to 4 by J we have printed 3 star. Then when I value is equal to 5, J vary from 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So J print 4 star. Understand? So 4 star. When I value is equal to 6, I can't vary because it will take only the value between 1 to 5. That is the output, and that's all. Then we will move on to the question answer session. So what is the difference between the keyword and identifier? I already told. Keyword is a special name. Okay, it has a special meaning to the compiler. Okay, that is a reserved word. It is also called as reserved word. Okay, example of keyword is if, else, while, for, etc. What is identifier? Is a user defined name. User defined name. Keyword we can't, that is keyword cannot be used as a identifier because it has some special meaning. Okay, the identifier. So identifier man, I already told, identifier also called as that is variable. It variable means it points some particular location. It contains some value, but it's not a reserved word. Okay, so identifier, what is the rules for setting identifier? Identifier either start a letter or underscore. Okay, what are the valid identifiers are there? Underscore, CHK, since underscore treated as a character. Okay, then what are literals? So what are literals? Literal means we can't change the value. It is constant. During program run we can't change value. I already told pi value. What is the pi value? 3.14. We can't change during the program run. So what are the types of literals there? So there are 5 types of literals are there. String literal. String literal means anything you should enclose within double quotes. Boolean means either true or false. Then sequences. What are the literal sequences? Tuples, list, string, etc. Then numeric literal and special literal called none. We already seen these things under the core data types which is offered by the Python. Understand? Then how many ways are there to represent integer? So how many ways? In normal real that is in our life we are utilizing the number system in the decimal number system. We are following the decimal number system which is base is 10. In computer we can represent the number in the octal form, or we can store the number in the octal form or hexadecimal form. Okay, so decimal number system means the base is 10. Okay, understand? So base is 10. Then octal number system means it should start, the number should start with 0. Okay, but the number vary from 0 to 7 only we can utilize. If you are introducing 8, it will error, it will throw the error. Okay, so then hexadecimal number system means it should start with 0x. Okay, 0x and it will accept the 0 to 9 and 10 equal to A, then 11 equal to B. Okay, like that it will go till F. Understand? The hexadecimal. Then how many strings are supported in Python? Single line string, multi-line string. Okay, then what is non-literal? It contains absence of value. Okay, is used to indicate something that has not been created. It's a legal empty value in Python. Understand? Then, so what is the output of this program? Here, see here, they are inputting whatever user is giving as an input here, it will take as a string only. So string means what is that case? We already seen that. It will print whatever you have given, it will print 2 times. Suppose a number I am giving and means, and it will print what is the output? And. Okay, this is the error here. So if you want to get 20 as output, we need to convert it. We need to do typecasting, that is we explicitly we need to convert it to the integer data type. So by introducing int here, so number, suppose I am entering 10 means number, if you are giving the value 10 means it will return 20. Suppose if I am giving 20 means it will return 40. Understand? So and print is in the capital letter, since it is a case sensitive, it should be in the small letter. Understand? So see here, print is not, it is a capital letter, so it is not a keyword. Okay, then, so we need to introduce, we need to put int in front of the input statement to convert type. This is the type, example for typecasting. So we are user is explicitly converted to string to integer. Understand? That's all.